We are honored by your presence tonight. We are going to get started with our ceremony this evening and recognizing our class of 2017 Distinguished Alumni inductees. Before we do that, I want to say just a couple of words of appreciation to the work that's gone in to make this event happen. And I want to just say to the family, to the friends of our honorees and inductees tonight, this class of 2017 represents the best that Patrick Henry is and all that we strive to accomplish day in and day out. I'll also let you know that this is the biggest gathering that we've had for this event, so we appreciate you being here this evening. We have two readers tonight who will be sharing with you our stories of our honorees. We have Pam Allen, who serves as the treasurer and member of Patrick Henry's Foundation Board, herself a distinguished alumni. We also have Joyce Staples, a longtime faculty member at Patrick Henry, who will be retiring this year. And she's just a little bit happy. And because we are never let a good deed go unpunished, I have asked her to serve on the foundation board. In fact, I voluntold her to serve on the foundation board, and she has agreed to do that. So with that, I'm going to ask Ms. Staples if she will come up, and please thank her for being with us tonight. Ms. Staples.
Hi. Before we begin our awards presentation this evening, I would like to ask Patrick Henry Community College President, Dr. Angeline Godwin, and PHCC Vice President for Institutional Advancement, Effectiveness, Campus Life, and the Executive Director of the PHCC Foundation, Dr. Greg Hodges, to stand with me at the podium. Alums, we would like to thank each of you. We would like to ask each of you to stand and remain at your table as your name is called. We will then ask you to come forward and remain in the front next to us after you receive your award. Our first nominee is Kelly Atkins. Kelly earned her associate degree from Patrick Henry Community College in General Studies in 2002 and in nursing in 2004. She earned her bachelor's degree in nursing from Old Dominion University in 2014. She currently serves as the unit director of telemetry at Memorial Hospital of Martinsville in Henry County. Atkins previously worked for Carilion Roanoke Memorial Hospital as the unit director of the Medical Cardiac Progressive Care Unit and 8 years in other positions at Carilion, earning the Health Care with a Human Touch Award. She is an advocate of blood drives and participates in heart walks, along with volunteering with the Kiwanis Club of Bassett. Kelly remembers making lifelong friends who are now colleagues during her time in the nursing program. Days were spent with classmates, quizzing each other in the gazebos on campus, and sitting outside Mr. Gravely's office, waiting to talk to him about their test scores. Faculty at the college felt like family, and they all were invested in student success. The one faculty member who stood above the rest was her nursing instructor, Joe Gravely. He took the time to get to know his students and push them to be the best versions of themselves. His high standards have shaped countless people into nurses and pushed Kelly to excel. Kelly, please join us at the podium to receive your Distinguished Alumni Award.
Loved it here. Staff are very supportive. Everyone, it felt like a family instantly when you walk on campus. No matter who you talk to, everyone says, oh, well, let me help you. And they genuinely had the desire to help you and not just shove you off on someone else. So I appreciated that it was a nice family kind of feel. and people truly were invested in the students. I'm very honored to be a distinguished PHCC alumni. I'm never expected to be nominated, but I don't guess people really do expect to be nominated. But very honored, very humbled. I think if you talk to people in my life, they'll tell you that I'm very humble. You'll hear me frequently say, it's just my job, it's what I do. So to be honored in this way is beyond my wildest imagination. I never would have thought that I would have been here for that.
Our next honoree, Ted Anderson, earned his associate degree from PHCC in Emergency Medical Services, paramedic in 2012. Anderson is the chief of the Martinsville City Fire Department, an adjunct faculty instructor and paramedic and EMS at Patrick Henry Community College, and an instructor at the Piedmont Regional Criminal Justice Training Academy. He also serves as an instructor with Patrick County Emergency Services and Franklin and Henry County Public Safety Departments. He was previously employed by the Liberty Volunteer Fire Department, Bassett Rescue Squad, and has held multiple positions with the Martinsville City Fire Department. Anderson has earned several life-saving awards and medals of merit and serves on the Martinsville Fire and EMS Honor Guard. His listing of certifications goes on for pages and pages, and we would be here a long time if I read them all individually. Just know that you are in well-trained hands with Ted in the room tonight. Ted attributes his humility to never forgetting from where he came and the hardships he overcame. After being honest with his supervisor about applying for a job with the fire department, he found himself unemployed and without a house to live in, as that same supervisor backed out of a deal to sell him a house. With his only mode of transportation, a motorcycle, in less than a month passed after losing his job, he was involved in a very serious accident and suffered a concussion, some impressive road rash, a bulging disc, and 3 broken discs in his back. Ever the optimist, Ted says it makes for a good reference while teaching anatomy and physiology portions to EMT and paramedic students. He also shares his motto with students when they cry the blues about how hard they have it. It's like a bridge. You'll get over it, he says. His fondest memory of PHCC was when he was allowed to postpone his graduation and walk with his daughter, Christina Nunn, on the same day as she graduated. Without a doubt, it was one of his proudest moments, as they were the first in the family to obtain college degrees. Ted, we admire your patriot spirit. Please come and join us at the podium.
Without PH, I would not be in the position I am right now. It has definitely prepared me for my career in a multitude of ways. Without the degree, I would not have been considered for my most recent promotion, most definitely. It not only has prepared me with the degree that I received, but also professionally and the ability to interact with other professions and other professionals that I work with, not only locally, but when I go out into the field. To be even considered a nominee for a distinguished alumni, when I received the phone call, as you can probably tell from the interview, I'm typically not speechless. When I received that phone call, I was speechless. It's in a word, it's humbling.
Lori Handy graduated from PHCC in 1992 with an associate degree in nursing. She continued her education at Old Dominion University, where she earned a bachelor's degree in nursing and a master's degree in teaching from Everett University in 2005. Handy is currently enrolled in the Virginia Department of Education Teacher Leadership Program at Longwood University. She's employed as the Science Department Chair at Martinsville High School, and she works a flex position with inpatient rehabilitation at Carilion Roanoke Community Hospital. She was previously employed at Magna Vista High School and as a registered nurse at Memorial Hospital in Martinsville and Henry County in the operating room, home care, and medical surgical units. Hanya serves as an advisor for the local chapter of Health Occupation Students of America, HOSA, and an active member of Cross Point Church, and volunteers with the Martinsville High School JV Athletics, Henry County Parks and Recreation Department, West Piedmont AIDS Task Force, and the American Red Cross. For 2 years, she taught Explore Camp, an initiative designed for 4th through 8th graders to explore possible future career interests. Lori always wanted to be a teacher, but circumstances caused her to choose nursing. Later, she was prompted several times to turn to teaching, but never gave up on nursing. She says, "It's not like I'm always looking for a job. I just go where God tells me to go." Lori remembers Maureen Norman in her first math class at PHCC. Mrs. Norman had been her 8th grade math teacher at Bassett Middle School, so she knew she was going to be okay. Janet Johnson was her first semester nursing instructor and constantly told the students to calm down and not get your panties in a wad. Well, this would relax them and allow lecture time to proceed. Lori recalls a clinical in Danville where she witnessed the natural birth of a baby and will never forget the experience. Lori also takes pride in being the intramural pool champion on campus during her time as a student at PHCC. Lori, please join us at the podium for your Alumni Award.
Patrick Henry provided a really strong foundation for my continued education. I went through the nursing program, and I took a lot of classes prior to being accepted into the nursing program. And I think all of them prepared me in one way or another to go on, to have a career, to go on to school. I'm really honored to be named Patrick Henry Distinguished Alumnus. I'm just really humbled. I think that everyone wants some sort of confirmation that what they do for their community, no matter how insignificant, makes a difference. And I think that's what being an alumni has done for me. But it also challenges me to encourage those around me that what they do makes a difference as well.
Our next honoree, Jennifer Hollyfield, earned her associate degree in General Studies from PH in 1998. She continued her education at Old Dominion University, earning a bachelor's degree in Human Services Counseling and Psychology, and a master's degree in Counseling, Psychology, and Human Relations from Liberty University in 2004. Hollyfield is the Chief Transfer Officer and Student Support Services Counselor and Coach at Patrick Henry Community College. She previously served as a career coach, Workforce Investment Act representative, peer tutor, and coordinator of MHC After 3 program at PH. She is an active member of Stone Memorial Christian Church as a pianist. Jennifer received encouragement from her fellow church member and friend Cheryl Joyce to return to school after the death of her husband in 1989. After a good dose of harsh reality and the responsibility of raising 2 young children on her own, she knew it was very imperative to return to school to better herself and provide for her sons. She participated in the single parent program at PH and was an active member in the Phi Theta Kappa and tutored various classes. She also met some of her current work family, Patsy Anderson, Rosmeisel, Scott Giebert, and Joyce Divins Moore, who were in student support services at the time. She fondly remembers her English professor, Gail Wade, who more than prepared her for rigorous writing required at the university level for her bachelor's and master's degrees, and helped Jennifer discover her love for syntax. In 2009, Jennifer was conducting a transfer workshop at Patrick Henry site when a gentleman by the name of Bart, what are you all laughing at? Bart Hollyfield stopped by to ask questions about his daughter's transcripts. To thank Jennifer for her help, he asked her to lunch. Lunch turned into 3 years of dating and a marriage in 2012. It's a great story. Jennifer says she has come full circle, having attended and now working at such a great institution. She counts it as a privilege to say, "I'm a patriot." Once a patriot, always a patriot. Please join us at the podium, Jennifer.
was kind of a late bloomer. I didn't begin PH until I was 36 years old after the death of my husband. And I actually started in the single parent program, and I have some great experiences from the single parent program and also some lifelong friends that I made there. And after completing my stint here at PH, I went and furthered my education and came back and actually am working here now. I really feel honored to be in the company of prior patriots who've kind of gone the road before me, but who have contributed in some way because of their jobs or whatever they're doing in the world today. And to think that we all began at PH, I just think that's kind of cool to have that commonality.
Ann Huffman. Ann completed credits toward an associate degree in business in 1982. She is employed by Martinsville Smiles, PLLC, as the business administrator. She is the executive secretary of the Piedmont Dental Society, practice administrator for the Piedmont, Virginia Community Dental Clinic, and the secretary-treasurer of the Piedmont, Virginia Dental Health Foundation. In 2016, she was named as a fellow in the American Association of Dental Office Management, a most prestigious honor. She has volunteered with American Cancer Society and American Red Cross. Ann remembers how liberating it was to attend PH and have the freedom to choose your own schedule and come and go as you pleased. She decided to attend Patrick Henry after graduation from Fieldale Collinsville High School because she wanted to stay home and continue her education. All the business classes she proved essential as she started out as a bookkeeper and laid the foundation for the additional skills needed in her job. Her favorite professor was John Buck. She loved his classes as he made history come to life in his lectures. Ann, you are truly an asset in the community. Please join us at the podium.
It makes me very proud of everything that PH is doing now for the people in the community, and I feel like that anyone that has the opportunity to come should further their education. Well, to be named a PHCC Distinguished Alumnus, it was a great honor, and I am very proud of being able to say that I came here and that I have been chosen, but I feel really unworthy of it.
Perry Hughes. Perry graduated from Patrick Henry Community College in 1987 with an associate degree in education. He continued his education at Radford University, where he earned a bachelor's degree in business administration and marketing, and at Virginia Tech, earning a master's degree in career and technical education, along with various certification and licensure courses at the University of Virginia. Hughes is employed as the Director of Workforce Development at Wytheville Community College and serves as the chairperson of the Workforce Development Services Advisory Council Credential Policy and Tracking Committee. He was previously employed as Department Chair of Career and Technical Education and Program Coordinator of General Occupational Technology at Rockingham Community College. He also worked in the Patrick County Public School System as Director of Career and Technical Education, Assistant High School Principal, an Elementary School Principal, and as an adjunct faculty member at Patrick Henry Community College. Before his career path turned toward education, he had a successful managerial career in business. He is an active member of Middle Cross Missionary Baptist Church. Perry describes himself as just the type of person who goes to work every day and tries their best to do their job. He is quick to credit the caring and supportive staff of Patrick Henry Community College, saying he would not be where he is today without them. He is a strong supporter of youth activities and athletics in Patrick County, having coached basketball, softball, and tennis. Perry was the founder and coach of the 4-time state championship Patrick County High School fishing team. He also served the Commonwealth of Virginia Grand Lodge of Masons Community Builder Award for non-members and the Distinguished Patrick County Community Service Award. He participated in his one and only acting performance while at PH as part of his theater class. His wife also attended Patrick Henry Community College, and they spent many wonderful hours driving back and forth to classes. He remembers Cheryl Joyce as the faculty member who meant the most to him, and she made sure he was choosing the right courses geared towards transfer to a university. She even continued to check up on him at Patrick County High School every time she was there working with students. PHCC is proud to add another distinguished award to your collection. Please come join us at the podium.
I had a wonderful experience at PH. When I came here, I didn't have a clue of where I was going or what I was going to do. And, this really laid a strong foundation for my life and my whole career. And I attribute it all back to my experiences here at PH. Thanks to PH for everything that they did for me to prepare me for my future, my career. I've had a wonderful career, and, everything today is just humbling, just unbelievable.
Our next honoree is Susan Martin, who earned her associate degree in nursing from PHCC in 1993. Okay, there she is. Hey. She continued her education at Jefferson College of Health Sciences, earning a bachelor's degree in nursing, and at Radford University, earning a doctorate in nursing practice, family nursing practitioner in 2013. Martin is employed as a nurse practitioner and hospitalist at Carilion Franklin Memorial Hospital in Rocky Mount. She previously worked in the emergency department at Carilion Franklin Memorial, the Chest Pain Center, Coronary Care Unit, and the emergency department at Carilion Roanoke Memorial Hospital, and in the emergency department at Memorial Hospital of Martinsville in Henry County. She's an active volunteer with the American Cancer Society, American Red Cross, and co-hosts the Brenda Riggins Memorial Blood Drives. Nursing has always been Susan's passion, and her motivation to pursue her goals were her children. The fact that she managed to graduate both her BSN and DNP programs summa cum laude while working a full-time nursing position and the constant responsibility of being the mother of 5 children is an accomplishment in itself. Yeah. Susan wanted her children to know that if you're willing to put wings in your dreams and work hard, you would get there, and what better way to do this than to show them. She was tenacious and poured herself into her studies, researching topics discussed in class and sharing journal articles with her classmates. Her favorite professor was Betsy Ashbrook, who held her students to a high standard and shared her passion for nursing and patient care in classes and clinicals. Susan still hears Mrs. Ashbrook's lectures in her mind, and especially the one about her favorite organelle, mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell. Susan knows she was blessed to have had the opportunity to work alongside Mrs. Ashbrook in the emergency room. Susan, we are honored to recognize you this evening. Please join us at the podium.
I have a solid foundation and experiences that I gained here and through my clinicals with awesome professors like Betsy Ashbrook. And I was blessed to have the opportunity to work with her outside of school. We worked in the emergency department at Martinsville Hospital together. But absolutely laid the framework for going on and getting my bachelor's, and then years later going to Radford and getting my nurse practitioner and doctorate degree. I don't have a unique answer to how I feel about being a distinguished alumni. I do feel very honored and humbled by that. And having my son nominate me for that was very touching and something I'll never forget.
Scott Prilliman. Scott Prilliman completed credits toward an associate degree in general studies in 1987. He continued his education at Radford University, earning a bachelor's degree in marketing in 1990. Prilliman is employed as Vice President of Case Goods Operations at Hooker Furniture. He serves on the Patrick Henry Community College Foundation Board of Directors and on the Southern Virginia Recreational Facilities Authority Board. He was a former president and campaign chair for the United Way of Martinsville in Henry County. Scott is the first to admit he was not a great student at PHCC, but The experience was exactly what he needed, as he was not ready to go away to a 4-year college when he graduated from high school. He remembers time spent on campus playing pool with his friends and participating in intramural flag football. His favorite instructor was the late Mr. Whitey Pitts, who was a gifted and a unique teacher who brought history to life. Without a doubt, Scott's most cherished memory at PHCC was meeting his wife, Angie. Though they grew up only 15 minutes apart and attended different county high schools, Scott at Bassett and Angie in Collinsville, they had never met until his first day at PHCC and in Mr. Pitt's class. I thought y'all were supposed to be studying history. After months of convincing her to break up with her boyfriend, they started dating and were married in 1991. Scott's wife, Angie, jokingly told him that she was more deserving candidate for this award as she attended PHCC as a 16-year-old with a 4.0 GPA.
Next year.
And was a dual enrollment student before it was a thing. Now, as we've heard, PHCC has been a catalyst for many marriages. Another source of pride for Scott is that his wife Angie and their 2 sons, Ryan and Cody, also began their educational path at PHCC. Cody was a Patrick Henry Scholar in 2013 to 2014. Scott, please come to the podium for your Distinguished Alumni Award.
I think one of the biggest awakenings I had at PHCC was learning the importance of class, learning the importance of college, and learning that I needed to be there every day when I physically was able to. My wife, my now wife, showed me that you needed to go to class. And my first semester here, actually my year I went here, I didn't go to class as regular as I should. I got through it, but she got through it with A's. I got through it with C's. And so I learned from her that you need to be there. And I don't think I would have survived that first year away from home. The year here was critical for me to learn how to learn. To win the PHCC Distinguished Alumnus Awards was very gratifying. I love this community, been here my entire life, other than my years away at college. To be recognized by somebody in the community as being important in their mind was very flattering, and I appreciated it.
Sammy Seaton. Sammy Seaton graduated from PHCC in 2000 with an associate degree in administration of justice. Sammy is employed as the security supervisor at Patrick Henry Community College. He served our country for 20 years in the United States Air Force. As a White House Honor Guardsman stationed at Bolin Air Force Base in Washington, D.C. from 1971 to 1977, and later as an aircraft and missile security specialist supervisor at Minot Air Force Base in North Dakota from 1978 to 1991. Sammy, we thank you for your service. He was a flag bearer for the Richard Nixon and Jimmy Carter presidential inaugurations and on the pallbearer teams for Harry S. Truman and Lyndon Johnson presidential funerals. Impressive. Mr. Seaton is a member of the PHCC Campus Community Emergency Response Team and an active member of First Presbyterian Church of Collinsville. Now, during his time as a student, Sammy participated in intramural basketball and softball and received an award from the Alliance for Excellence for making the decision to return to school as an older student. He was also a member of Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. His favorite professors were Maureen Norman, the late Bill Jameson, and Joanne Milner. Jeff Porter and Michael Carter stand out as favorites among the staff. In his role as security supervisor, Sammy has overseen many changes and important events on campus, including the construction of the Frith Building, visits from Barack Obama at the motorsports facility, and Joe Biden in the Stone Hall Gym prior to their elections. Large crowds turned out for 60 Minutes correspondents Byron Pitts, Olympic track star Marion Jones, and educator and author Bertice Berry in the Stonehall Gym, the 50th anniversary celebration for PHCC, and the burying of the time capsule in front of West Hall, and Dr. Angeline Godwin's inauguration ceremony, to name a few. He was proud to graduate from PHCC the same year his son Marcus and daughter Marcia graduated from Old Dominion University. And one of his funniest memories involved one of the campus Canadian geese following him around each morning for 2 weeks as he unlocked facilities. Standing at the back of the security truck, the goose would wait while Sammy went into the building and exited, and then followed him to the next. Now, Sammy thinks he liked the sound of the truck muffler, but he was probably looking for a snack. Sammy retires this year after 20 years of service with PHCC. To say he will be missed is an understatement. His welcoming attitude, his commitment to excellence, and pride in his work are unsurpassed. We bid you a wonderful retirement. Sammy, we are honored to have you in our alum class. Please come to the podium for your remarks.
It was definitely spooky. The anxiety sets in, kind of like math anxiety. And, like I say, I finally worked my way in, kind of got used to everything. Fortunately, when I first arrived to do my registration and everything, I met a couple of the faculty and staff. Joe King at the time was the one acting as the dean for academics. And so I went through him, so that was a pleasant experience having the chance to work with him. He worked with me to get my classes set up and everything, along with the advisors at the time. I think it was great, just the fact that someone felt I was worthy of being nominated. And then to actually be named was even greater. So, it's a great experience.
Jan Turner. I want to say Jan Martin. Jan Turner earned her associate degree in education from PHCC in 1988. She continued her education at Longwood College through the New College Institute, earning a bachelor's degree in elementary education in 2016. Turner is employed as a preschool paraprofessional at Axton Elementary School and part-time florist at Simply the Best. She was previously employed as a dental assistant with Dr. Wheelis, floral manager with Harris Teeter, and cashier and florist with Kroger. She's an active member of Chatham Heights Baptist Church as a vacation Bible school craft teacher, intersection service nursery worker, flower committee member, co-chair of the kitchen committee, and monthly free meal organizer. Jan is an instructor with the Basket Weavers Guild and volunteers at the Dyer Store Fire Department. Jan loved her time at PH because she got to experience her first 2 years of college with her hero, mentor, friend, and mother, Annie Lee Martin. They shared many classes together, with the most memorable being history with Mr. Whitey Pitts. An assignment to write a paper on the 19th Amendment sent Jan to the library for information. We didn't have cell phones, laptops, Google apps were not part of the equation in the late 80s for research. Jan made copies of the research and shared it with her mom. They both made an A on the paper, but under Jan's grade, Mr. Pitts wrote, "Your mom's was better." Jan did not understand his reasoning at the time. Other professors who made an impact on Jan's education include Joe King, Tom Shirley, Maureen Norman, and Ann Gardner. Jan got married, put family first until her son was in college to finish her education. During a class with Dr. Pam Randall, Mr. Pitt's comment suddenly made sense. She then realized her mom had more years of knowledge, life experience, and motivation to learn. Jan's first years of college was something she wanted to accomplish, but in her bachelor's degree classes, it was something she truly wanted. Patriot ties run deep with her Martin family and have contributed to the education of many of her members, including her brother, Willie Martin, and sister, Pam Brenniger, both of whom were recently honored as distinguished alumni. Jan, your Patriot family is proud of you. Please come to the podium for your award.
Patrick Henry laid a really
firm and strong foundation for me when I went away to college. Not only did I go to Longwood, but I also had some time at Averett and Radford. And as usual, I came back home. I wanted to be home. And that's why Longwood was such a good fit for me. But Patrick Henry laid a good foundation so that I knew what I needed to do and where I needed to be and how to study. There was a really good family here for me at Patrick Henry. I've been overwhelmed by this honor from you guys here at PH. I'm much better in the background than I am in the forefront of any picture. But I hope to continue to do a good job to make PH proud.
Shirley Wells. Our next honoree, Shirley Wells, earned her certificate in early childhood education in 1997 and an associate degree in teacher preparation in 2001. She continued her education at Averett University, earning a bachelor's degree in teaching in 2011. Wells is employed as the Director of Early Childhood Education at Solutions That Empower People, STEP, Inc., in Franklin and Patrick County. You know, I never knew what the acronym was. She was previously employed by STEP as a Head Start teacher, Loving Care as a Child Care Teacher Director Intern, and Sara Lee Knit Products. She's an active member of Mount Sinai Holiness Church in Axton as a Sunday school teacher, Vacation Bible School Director, teacher, church finance member, and bookkeeper. At the beginning of 1995, Shirley was working as a garment inspector at Sara Lee, a job she had held for 14 years. Everything changed for her when she lost that job, the first she had ever had. It wasn't what she had planned to do with her life, but it paid the bills after she dropped out of college after 1 year. Shirley found out that she was eligible for the Trade Act assistance at PH, but was terrified to return as an older student. Once enrolled, Shirley loved the small classes and one-on-one help from many of her professors. Both faculty and staff were genuinely concerned with her needs and wanted her to be successful. Her favorite professor was Susan Christian, who showed constant kindness and reassurance as Shirley took early childhood education classes. Jeff Porter made her feel at home, supplied endless encouragement and hugs, and still remembers her to this day. Dan Spall was so comical and made her at ease in a group setting. His methods of teaching still influence her today as she speaks in front of groups. While at Patrick Henry, Shirley learned about the STEP Head Start program and applied for a job. She was hired from her first interview and now looks to PHCC to supply graduates she hires for teaching positions. As Shirley says, "Who knew losing your job could be such a blessing?" Shirley, we applaud your love for the power of education. Please join us at the podium.
I can remember sitting in Miss Christian's classroom learning about the different types of child care and early childhood education elements or environments. And I remember when we were going through the sections of Head Start versus private and different types of child care, the way she explained Head Start and shared about the parent and the child components, it lit something inside of me that it was just unbelievable. And I can remember raising my hand in the class saying, I was born to do Head Start. So I felt like that was my aha moment. Really a wonderful feeling to have someone acknowledge the hard work and the heart that you put in what you do. So I really felt like God had just gave me another gift out under the tree.
Roberta Wright. Our final honoree this evening is Roberta Wright, and earned her diploma in CAD technology and a certificate in drafting and design technologies in 1996, an associate degree in general engineering technologies, computer assisted manufacturing in 1997, and a certificate in medical transcription in 2009. She continued her education, earning a bachelor's degree in occupational and technical studies training specialist. Wright is employed as the facilities director of Patrick Henry Community College. She previously worked in the budget and facilities office and as a switchboard operator at PH. She also worked at American of Martinsville and Stanley Furniture in the engineering departments. She is a trainer and member of the PHCC Campus Community Emergency Response Team, active member with Granbury United Methodist Church, and volunteers with Boy Scouts of America, Infinity Acres Ranch, and the Henry County Parent-Teacher Organizations. Roberta's favorite time at PH was spent in the CAD and engineering labs as a work-study student. She learned she had a knack for helping others understand things. Her favorite instructor was Lloyd Cannaday, who gave her confidence in her skills and always urged her to look in the next step in her career. Ted Brunson, instructor for engineering classes, along with Lloyd Cannaday, jokingly gave her a hard time as she was the only female in their classes. In 2012, she was awarded the Virginia Community College's Chancellor's Classified Fellowship and was given leave time and financial assistance to complete her bachelor's degree at Old Dominion University. Roberta is currently overseeing the construction, remodeling, and updating at the motorsports facility. Roberta, we are proud of you and your successes. Please come to the podium for your award.
I was working as a work-study student for Lloyd Cannaday, and he happened to be out with kidney stones and ended up teaching his class for about a week. And I'll have to say, that's when I was like, wow, I like doing this. I like helping people. I like showing them how to do things. And I got this feeling just watching them, and they were going, oh wow, thanks, I got it, you know. And that just made me feel good. I think the fact that someone has to nominate you is what gets you, because you're like, somebody thought enough of me and what I do, not only at PH but with other people and where I got my education, to nominate me for what I consider, you know, a nice little title out there in the community that, you know, this person came from PH, now I got to represent. So.
Wow, what a great, remarkable group of Patrick Henry Community College alumni. Could we have another round of applause for the class of 2017? On behalf of the Patrick Henry Community College Foundation, I want to thank you all for coming tonight. It's been a pleasure to be a part of the college's 11th annual Distinguished Alumni Dinner and to recognize so many exceptional individuals in our community. A special thanks to the institutional advancement and foundation staff. Would you please stand? Letitia Pulliam, Debbie Bryant, Amanda Broom, Sarah Beth Morrison, who's home with her new baby, Shalera Morrison, Matthew Ratcliffe, and Randy Ferguson. All alums honored this evening, we ask that you please remain for group photos.
What a wonderful evening. Thank you for being here tonight. Did you enjoy the evening? One more time for our distinguished alumni class. Thank you so much. I know family will want to take photos. We encourage you to do that. We ask that you wait for us for just a few moments and allow us to get some group photos tonight. And then we encourage you to fellowship and enjoy the evening. Thank you so much. You are dismissed. Join us this time next year for 2018. All right? Thank you. You're dismissed this evening.